Hey guys, welcome back to the channel Football Analytics. Today I'm going to be giving out tips for Monday. We got a huge game in the Serie that could potentially decide the season. Bologna against Napoli. Also the Leicester streaks, will it finally end? We'll get to that in a minute. But first, let's check out what we had for the weekend, review some of the picks. It was a pretty good weekend, guys. Saturday we aced it, was perfect, and then Sunday we had some turbulence. But overall, we went, I think, 16 for 20. Let's start off what we had. On Sunday? Okay, Fulham against Liverpool, great tasty odds. Over 1 we had on Fulham. They managed to win that game. Shame that Arsenal didn't take advantage of Liverpool's loss, and still 11-point leads. Looks like the league is going to be over soon. And then we had a Manchester United goal for the 0-0 draw in the derby. It was really lame, but I think that this is one of the tips that I was disappointed with that I made, because those two teams have sucked all season long. I just thought that it's a derby, so they would have some shame to provide us with some goals, and nothing happened. 0-0, good for you guys. Then what else? Let me go straight to what we had. The French league is next. We're going to be in letter F. Yeah, so France, we had Le Havre. I told you it was going to be an easy one because Montpellier is absolutely shit. They already scored in the 3rd minute and the game went smoothly. What was not so smoothly is Rennes against Strasbourg. I still like this pick though, guys. Even if you look at the stats, we had Rennes to score. Look at that XG, 146. They scored a goal, they canceled it. And my thinking behind the bet was this, guys. Look at this far chart. 4 games in a row now that Strasbourg hasn't conceded. That streak is going to end. Eventually, we're going to get back to it in 2 weeks when Strasbourg is playing away from home. Eventually, they're going to concede. But crazy what they're doing. Their team is like average age 21 years old. A lot of Chelsea prospects in there. So yeah, it's awesome to see that. And then we had Marseille against Toulouse. The Zerbi's boys are back on track. We had Marseille to score. And yeah, I thought they're going to win this game because there was a lot of controversial stuff going on around the team. So they pulled off a victory, quite easy, 3-2. Let's go to Spain. Spain was perfect for us. It was 4 for 4 the whole weekend. Sunday was 2 for 2. Where's Spain at? Yeah, here it is. So Atletico, I was actually going to announce it in today's video that I felt even more comfortable with going with Atletico today because of Real Madrid losing and Barca drawing. Somebody had to take the points. Look at this, the top 16s. Nobody won except Atletico, even though it was in the end, but they still did its job. It's a typical Atletico team in their typical fashion that Julian Alvarez scored on the penalty. Then we had Getafe, another easy game, 0-4. I don't know what the bookies were cooking here. They were giving us odds 2 against the worst team in LaLiga by far. And yeah, we cooked up with this bet. It was pretty easy. You know what we should have done actually for this weekend? We should have gone against the worst teams in the top 5 leagues, just like 5-game ACA. We should have gone against Valladolid, Monza, who else is there? Southampton. Well, they lost to Tottenham, but the odds were not great. And who else was there? Come on, who are the other 2 teams? Okay, I just had a brain fart. Let's just continue with the video. Okay, let's go then to review the Italy's next, right? No, Germany. Oh yeah, Germany. Wait, who's last in Germany? Wait, 1 second. That's the one I was thinking about. Who's last in the league? Did they lose? Oh no, Kiel actually. Okay, so we shouldn't have done that. Pardon me. Okay, so this is the game that was also disappointing on Wolfsburg. I thought that they would score. Look at that. That's embarrassing. 3 games in a row in Bundesliga, you don't score. What can we do? But the stats, again, look at the stats. 179 XG, guys. They should have scored. I'm giving you good bets. If they don't score, they don't score. Can't do shit about it. And then San Pauli, Borussia, we had Borussia to score. They did in the first half, and they played 1-1 draw. And lastly, right, we're missing one more league. That's going to be Italy. We went 2 for 3 there. So we had Juve to score. They did it just now against Roma in the first half. That was huge for the table. We're going to talk about in a minute. And then Atalanta lost. We had Lazio to score, thank God. A lot of money going in BTTS, which is normal with Atalanta games. But Atalanta hasn't scored now in 3 games in a row. So I'm sure a lot of your tickets were cut because of that. And then the only disappointment was Empoli. That's a game I look back into, and maybe we shouldn't have taken it because Empoli is shit, to be honest with you. But this streak, this is something that I like. Look at that. Now 5 games in a row without scoring. I just thought this was a massive game for them in terms of staying in the Serie A next year. But guys, only 4 losses out of 20. That's pretty good. So now let's start off with a fresh new week. Let's go to the favorite section and let's start with Bologna against Napoli. Absolutely crucial. I'm an Inter fan. I'm going to be watching this game and rooting for Bologna. But since I'm making a bet here, I will have no feelings involved when it comes to sports betting in general. I'm thinking with my brain here, guys, and I'm going to show you one stat that I like. Actually, there's 2 streaks first of all, that they haven't conceded 3 games in a row. And look at their home streak, guys. 7 games in a row that they won in Serie A. They spanked Lazio. They beat Milan. They're so good. They're so good. Even when Thiago Motta left Bologna, they got a new coach and they're doing even better now. It's insane. Now, the other streak, Napoli, look at this, guys. Should a team like that win the Scudetto without winning 4 consecutive games away? I hope not. I hope not. But the thing is, I'm riding with Napoli here, guys. And let me tell you why. Because this is the most important game for the season for them. If they don't win this game, they might lose on the Scudetto. Especially if they lose this game. It's going to be 4 points with 7 games to go. That's going to be a huge advantage for Inter. So at least they have to get a point. So that means they'll have to get at least a goal unless it ends 0-0. That's going to be freaking disappointing if it ends 0-0. And the other thing, if you're leaning towards taking Bologna maybe, this is a huge opportunity for them because today Juventus didn't win. So they can take a little gap if they win. They're going to go to 3rd place because of Atalanta's losing streak. So the goal market right now, I'm going with Napoli over 1. That's my tip for you guys. The odds are right now are not at 2 yet, so I might take this game live. It depends if the odds are rising up. But right now it's at 190 for over 1 goal. Over 1 means if they score 1 goal, you get a refund. And if they score 2, you win the bet. You will lose the bet if they don't score. Now for Bologna, it's over 2. If you're interested for a Bologna guy, it's at 205 already. So you can take that over 1 if you're leaning towards Bologna. And actually, I want you to make the pick. Comment down below if you're leaning towards taking Bologna or Napoli. Who do you see as the favorite here? And if you're going with wins, losses, and draws, here's the market. 263 on Napoli and 290 on Bologna. My brother, who's an Interista, he's putting his money for Napoli to win. But that's a jinx factor because if he loses the money, at least Inter might win the Scudetto. That's how his brain works. And yeah, guys, so that's going to be my tip. I'm also leaning towards taking Napoli here. Move on to the next game, Leicester against Newcastle. Guys, this is history. We've been talking about history. This is history. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 games in a row. A Premier League team went 7 games in a row without scoring. Was that since Van Nistelrooy came? Well, what is he doing? What is he cooking there? Seriously. I want, as a far chart fan, I want to take this game. I want to take Leicester, but I already lost money on them. I'm not going to do it again because this is also a huge game for Newcastle. They've been playing really well. Look at the last 3 games. And they have 2 games to get some points because their schedule is really tough. And that's one of the games that they should be able to win. Because after that, they get Man United, Crystal Palace, Aston Villa, Brighton, Chelsea, Arsenal, Everton. That's tough. So their wins have to be against Leicester and Ipswich. And that's why I'm leaning towards taking Newcastle. Nothing genius. If you want to take the victory market for Newcastle to win, it's at 150. That's not bad. Leicester has been doing absolutely shit. They should have no problem of winning this game, but who the hell knows? Whenever I don't take on Leicester, maybe Leicester shows up. But even if they show up, I don't think they're going to win the game or draw the game. Like 1-3 Newcastle or something like that. All we need is a Newcastle goal. I will only take this game live. I'll wait for the second half if Newcastle doesn't score in the first because the odds are way too low right now. By the way, if you're interested in the far chart, if you think that Leicester is going to score finally after 7 games, the market is at 280 for over 1 goal and 170 for just Leicester to score at home against Newcastle. My tip though is Newcastle to score live. Then 2 games, guys. These I'm not too sure about. Let's first go with the Sporting Braga. Absolutely huge game. The Porto-Benfica game just finished and Porto lost 1-4. And Benfica now has 3-point advantage on Sporting, so this is crucial. But they're playing Braga. Braga is so freaking solid. Look at that. Both teams are doing great, you know. And this is a tough one because the odds are also not great on Sporting. This is a tough call because the market, for example, let's check the market on Braga. It's actually pretty good. I saw it before. It was, let's see now, it went down. It was at 180 something. I think it was 183, but it went down on 172. So that means the money is going on Braga to score, which is not a bad bet for those odds. I can't risk it here. It's really a tough game, but Sporting need a win here. Need a win. So yeah, I'm gonna leave this game out for you, but not taking any risks with this one. And then Leganes Osasuna, I just want to show you here one stat. First of all, Osasuna, look at that. It's been how many games? About 8 games that they haven't won in LaLiga. This is a crucial game for the relegation zone because Osasuna are still in play in case Leganes wins, but Leganes has been playing really well. I don't care if you see the 3 losses. This was against Real Madrid, Betis and Celta, but look, BTTS. When I say they're playing well, I'm talking about goals. We only care about goals on this channel, and that's what we're gonna do for the rest of our lifetimes. Only goals, guys, and single games. Well, also accumulators if you want. But anyway, this prediction, I would lean actually towards taking Leganes. I like the odds here at 190 for a simple goal. With the way they've been scoring, they should get one against Osasuna because it's a huge game for them. But I am worried that Osasuna's streak, oh yeah, I almost forgot. Look at their away streak. Man, this is tough. 3 games in a row without scoring. Am I gonna change my pick midway through? No, I'm gonna stick to the home team, guys. What do you think about Leganes? But this is also not a bad bet because they haven't scored 3 in a row. I'm leaning towards taking Leganes though, to score. Yeah, so this will be it for today. I hope you're happy with the picks. Let me know your picks, guys, what you're going with on Monday night. Maybe if you have some tasty odds from different divisions, let me know. And hit the thumbs up on this video, guys. Support this channel. I'll really appreciate it. And let's keep going. I'm gonna make a Champions League video coming up soon. Huge game. Can't wait to talk about Arsenal Real Madrid. Something is brewing in that game. I'm going to sleep, guys. So good night. And for the ones watching in the morning, good morning. And I'll see you in the next one. Adios.